Betta Edu, Pastor Igebu Duke, and the theft of 400 million naira COVID-19 funds, investigative journalist writes. And wow, this investigative journalist will need to know your name. Okay, so Betta Edu now is in another scandal, 400 million naira loot from COVID-19 palliative. Oh boy. This woman, I'm sure at a point, they will just be tired of her. There are going to be a lot of cases on her by the end of this. And all the things that were sleeping now will be exposed. According to the findings unraveled by an undercover agent known as Jackson Ude. Oh, Jackson Ude, through his verified Twitter page, reported that the alleged Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Betta Edu, has looted over 400 million naira meant for COVID-19 vaccine. Okay, Jackson shared Betta Edu, Pastor Igebu Duke, and the theft of 400 million naira COVID-19 funds. So while hundreds were dying of the COVID-19 virus, Betta Edu has, as Commissioner for Health Cross River State, looted 400 million meant to provide vaccines for citizens. Through her personal assistant, one Pastor Igebu Duke, Edu kept the 400 million released to her in 2020 to fight the COVID-19 virus. So once she was done as commissioner, Edu asked Pastor Duke to send the 400 million into an account. Pastor Duke made two different transfers of the 400 million in two tranches. Then the first one was 200 million and the second one was 150 million, and then kept 50 million as his own share of the loot. Okay. So a greedy Edu who wanted the whole 400 million pounced on Pastor Duke, got him detained for 42 days, accusing the pastor of stealing campaign funds Bola Tinubu gave her for Cross River women. Oh boy. So meanwhile, the 400 million theft happened in 2020. Pastor Duke was released after former Governor Ben Ayade intervened and got the matter resolved. Pastor Duke took Edu to court for his illegal detention and violations of his rights. Can you imagine? So the money that was meant for vaccines, to vaccinate the citizens, okay, Betta Edu cornered the money with her assistant, Pastor Igebu, or what are they calling him? Okay, with Pastor Igebu and Igebu Duke. So 400 million. And when she was done as Commissioner for Health, okay, she asked Pastor Duke to return the money. But Pastor Duke did not return the. Pastor Duke, out of 400 million, returned 350 million and kept 50 million to himself as his own share of the loot. But Betta Edu, being a greedy person and wanted to take the whole money, arrested this pastor and detained him, for 42 days until Governor Yade resolved the matter. After the matter was resolved, the pastor took this woman to court for, infringing on his human right. But again, how? Because this story is not complete yet. Then I expect Jackson Ude to complete this story by telling us how the court case went. Okay, the court case that Pastor Duke later instituted against Betta Edu for violating his right. We need to know how that case ended. But again, why will this woman be known for all wrong reasons? That is my concern. For all wrong reasons. That means that by the end of this EFCC matter, a lot of issues are going to come on her head. But again, if this matter is true, even the Pastor Duke will not be free, because it means that Pastor Duke is an accomplice in this loot. So both Betta Edu and Pastor Duke will definitely be investigated, and if found wanting, will go to jail or will be indicted. Okay. So Pastor Duke would have kept his 50 million and keep quiet and resolve the matter rather than going to court and asking for right. That 50 million will be enough to fight a court case. So this is what happens when people steal with impunity and think that nothing will happen. They can go get away with it. You can imagine the pastor now is in that state. Hi, God. God will help Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth. God will help Nigeria. There are a few comments here. Somebody said, too many allegations. Can't be witch hunting alone. Yes, now, there are too many allegations against this woman. At least a little iota of truth. Everyone cannot be lying. Of course, everyone cannot be lying. Everywhere they put hand on Betta Edu is a case of fraud. That means she has started it. Somebody said she has started it right from when she was in Cross River State working with, what's his name, Governor Ben Ayade. And somebody says some of these useless creatures masquerading as pastors, we need to watch them. Exactly. So somebody calls himself a pastor and is in politics and is supporting the looting. So what kind of pastor is that? Is that what the pastor is going to teach his congregations? God, I beg you. And someone say, wow, serial looter. Yes. Betta Edu is now known as a serial looter. The way it is. She is now known as a serial looter. She tried. She tried, I tell you. She tried in looting. Not a small joke. She tried in looting. In fact, she's probably going to beat the record of Desiree Alice Madueke. These three women that are in humanitarian affairs, Betta Edu, Halima Shehu, and Sadia Umar Farouk. These three women, combining what they have looted in that Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, I tell you, they could beat the record of Desiree Alice Madueke. This is just very, very bad among our women. That you think they have conscience, but they don't have. They have seared their conscience with hot iron. I'm telling you. Okay? And there are a few more comments here on this matter. I tell you. There are a few more comments here about this matter. People are still saying that this woman, it is a serious thing that will have such women in power, and they can loot non-stop. That is, they can loot non-stop. They can loot non-stop. Where are we going from here as a country? Where are we going? Where are we going? This is bad. Terribly bad. Terribly bad. Okay? So that is what is happening here. So Betta Edu in another mess. About 400 million looted in Cross River State. COVID-19 vaccine money. Okay? COVID-19 vaccination. Meanwhile, some people did not get the vaccine. I know that not everybody wanted to be vaccinated, but not everybody that wanted to be vaccinated actually got the vaccine. At a point, there was allegation that they were using expired vaccines on people. Meanwhile, Betta Edu has made away with 400 million that was meant for the citizens. You don't tell when this woman don't learn this thing. A young girl of this age, 37 years, probably started stealing before she became 30 years old. That means irrespective of her education, Carland, she's Harvard product. So is this what they taught them in Harvard University in the United States? If she's Harvard product, it means that stealing is in her blood. This is a disgrace to Harvard, I tell you the truth. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment. We are waiting for Jackson Ude to bring more update on this investigation that he has done.